Have you ever just wished your body came with a built-in relaxation wire? Like an actual physical reset button you can just press when the world gets to be a little too much. Well, guess what? You actually have one. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to take pure, complex anatomy and translate it into a totally actionable, everyday toolkit for you. We are looking at the vagus nerve, which is quite literally your body's ultimate calm-down pathway.
If you constantly feel like you're running on a treadmill that you just can't step off of, trust me, you are not alone. So many of us feel chronically stuck in that exhausting fight-or-flight mode. We're dealing with lingering stress, brain fog, holding all this physical tension in our shoulders. But your biology actually has an antidote just waiting to be used. Okay, let's dive into this and see exactly how it works.
So, here is our roadmap for this explainer. Don't worry, we're going to break this big anatomical concept into 5 really organized, super digestible parts. We've got 1. The wandering superhighway. 2. High versus low vagal tone. 3. The vagus activation toolkit. 4. Your simple daily routine. And 5. Signs of success.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the wandering superhighway.
To really understand how to calm our bodies down, we first need to look at the physical anatomy of the longest nerve in the human body. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that vagus is actually Latin for wandering, and honestly, it perfectly lives up to that name. This incredible nerve starts way up in your brainstem, and it literally wanders down through your neck, across your chest, and deep, deep into your abdomen. It's physically connecting your brain to almost all of your major organs.
Think of it as a two-way communication superhighway. It is just constantly firing off signals in both directions. Going up, it sends reports from the body to the brain, saying things like, hey, stomach's full, or whoa, the heart is beating way too fast down here. And then, crucially, it sends commands back down from the brain to the body, literally telling it, okay, slow down the heart rate, or hey, start digesting. It's the absolute master controller of your rest and digest state.
Moving right along to Section 2, high versus low vagal tone.
You see, it's not really enough just to have a vagus nerve. We actually have to look at its measurable activity level. This is known as your vagal tone, and it directly dictates how we feel every single day. Think of your vagus nerve like a highway. When you have high vagal tone, traffic is flowing beautifully. You bounce back and calm down really easily after a stressful event. Your digestion is smooth, your heart rate is steady, and you sleep incredibly well. But when you have low vagal tone, it's like a massive traffic jam. Those calm down signals just can't get through. And because of that, you might find yourself just stuck in anxiety, dealing with terrible bloating, feeling fatigued, and finding it almost impossible to actually relax.
Which brings us to Section 3, the vagus activation toolkit. So how on earth do we clear that traffic jam, right? Well, the core premise here is incredibly empowering. Your vagus nerve is essentially a muscle. And just like your bicep, it could be strengthened with completely free, natural exercises. Let's look at the absolute best, most accessible tool you have for that right now, your breath. Seriously, if you're watching this, try it with me right now. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds. Okay, now exhale for 6 to 8 seconds. Really drag that exhale out. And this brilliantly illustrates a key point of our biology. Because the vagus nerve connects directly to your lungs and your heart, a really prolonged exhalation sends an immediate physical command to slow your heart rate down. Doing this for literally just 2 to 5 minutes is a profound way to step right out of stress.
But hey, breathing isn't the only way. Check out these throat and voice activators. Since the vagus nerve innervates your vocal cords in the back of your throat, creating vibrations right there directly stimulates the nerve. So yes, vigorously gargling water for 10 to 20 seconds works absolute wonders. Look, I know it might feel kind of silly to stand in the shower aggressively humming your favorite song or gargling super loudly, but scientifically speaking, you are literally massaging your nervous system. Sustained chanting, like Om, or honestly, even just a genuine deep belly laugh, creates those exact same healing vibrations. Next up, we have physical and social activators. Cold water exposure, like splashing ice-cold water right on your face, triggers something called the diving reflex. This immediately slows your heart down to conserve energy. You can also try a very gentle massage right behind the earlobes or down the sides of your neck. But a strong warning here, please always use an incredibly light, soothing touch on your neck. Never press hard. And finally, do not underestimate the power of your social engagement system. A warm hug from someone you truly trust, holding hands, or honestly just petting a calm dog or cat sends deep, powerful signals of safety straight down that vagus nerve.
And because of that powerful brain-gut connection we talked about, we've also got digestion and movement activators. You know when you're scarfing down a sandwich while stressed out, standing at your kitchen counter? Yeah, that actually shuts down vagal activation. Sitting down, chewing your food slowly, taking actual pauses. That allows the nerve to do its job. Plus, a healthy gut microbiome actually sends positive signals back up to the brain. So eating fermented foods with probiotics, getting enough fiber, and just pairing gentle daily movement with your breath can completely alter your nervous system's baseline.
Let's move to section 4 and see how this builds into your simple daily routine.
Having a massive list of tools is great and all, but we really need to combine these into a realistic blueprint, something that actually fits into a busy modern life, right? So in the morning, maybe spend 2 minutes gargling water and humming while you're making breakfast. Midday, right before lunch, take 30 seconds to do 5 slow breaths with those nice long exhales. In the evening, try splashing some cold water on your face and doing 5 minutes of slow breathing right before bed. And weekly, sing, chant, get a good hug, or pet an animal. Remember, you do not need to do everything on this list. Just pick 2 or 3 practices to get consistent reps in for your nervous system muscle.
Finally, let's look at section 5, signs of success.
Now, as you start putting these tools into practice, what should you actually be looking out for? How do you know if you're actively repairing that communication superhighway? Well, when you get those reps in, these are the tangible rewards you're going to start to experience. You'll definitely notice that you calm down much faster after an argument or a scare. Your heart rate is going to feel a lot steadier. You'll experience smoother digestion with significantly less bloating. You'll enjoy much deeper sleep, and you'll generally just feel more connected to your physical body. So the crucial point is, this is gradual progress, okay? It's not a magic switch you just flip once. It's a gentle, compounding practice that builds over weeks and months.
Now, before we wrap this up, please take a quick look at this vitally important medical caveat. If you have a medical condition, especially things like heart problems, fainting spells, or severe digestive disorders, please talk to a doctor before trying cold exposure or any of the other intense techniques. I want to be entirely clear here. The information in this explainer provides amazing general wellness tools, but it is absolutely not a substitute for professional medical treatment. Always, always listen to your body and your doctor.
So, I want to leave you with this one question. Which vagus nerve activator are you going to try today? Remember, your built-in calm-down wire is always right there, waiting to be used. Whether it's a super long exhale, a really silly hum in the shower, or just taking a minute to pet a dog, pick just one thing today. I promise you, your nervous system is going to thank you.